And we back with another video, man. BryceDaBadger back with another one for your ass, for your ass. And today, tonight, wherever you at, I got the lost art of WWE entrances. Boy, this needs to be spoken on. This needed to be spoken on years ago. What happened? The sets that they used to have for the PLEs or pay-per-views, you know what I'm saying? What happened to the mystique and aura behind WWE? Because we just gonna keep it at WWE because everybody else is pretty cool, you know what I'm saying? Especially AEW. Every time the Guns have their entrance, bro, that shit hard. That shit's hard. Mini man, that shit was tough. Video about Wrestle Fun. Let's go ahead and get into it, bro. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe if you fuck with the vibe. Original video is in the description below. Let's get into it, man.
I need to tell you about the moment I realized WWE had broken something fundamental. It's January 2026, Royal Rumble.
I hate when they, I hate it. I can't express in words. You hear that I can't express it in words. I can't express, oh my God, I cannot express to y'all how much I do not like this deal with Saudi Arabia. They keep getting more shit. Soon there will be a WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia. Why? Why? They suck. They suck. Why do we keep going back? Money? Money, like, bro.
I'm sitting in my living room, trying desperately to do something that should be automatic. Get excited when someone new enters the match.
You don't know who's
countdown,
entering. You don't know who's entering.
This is supposed to be the moment where we lose our minds guessing who's coming out.
Because everybody's music sound the same.
Music hits. And nothing. 30,000 people in the arena. But there's this lag, this confusion, because the song playing could be anyone.
Facts.
Generic rock riff number 47.
Yep.
Programmed drums, no lyrics, no hook.
What's that
sound?
Who do the music for WWE? Get them niggas out of there. I forget their name because they that ass. They're that horrible that I keep forgetting their name, bro. Please get them the fuck out of there. Them niggas be banging pots and pans together and say, yes, that's music. No, die. My bad. I went too far.
Wrestler has to appear on the ramp before anyone realizes who it is, and even then the reaction is muted. This happens throughout both Rumbles, 60 wrestlers, 60 entrances, and I can remember maybe 10 of their themes.
Like, bro, they did their thing with Trick Williams, but they had to base it off of some other stuff.
I can sing you Shawn Michaels' theme from 1996.
I know I'm sexy.
I can hum the first three notes.
Oh God, I used to think I know that everybody used to think as a child that every wrestler made their music. You can't tell me Big Show wasn't in that bitch. Well, shout out that nigga on TikTok. You can't tell me Shawn Michaels wouldn't say, I think I'm cute. I know I'm sexy. You can't tell me that nigga don't sound like Shawn Michaels now. It's time to play the game. That might have been the only one that I'm like, that's not Triple H.
Of John Cena's entrance, and your brain finishes it for you.
Yep. Well, I just got chills.
I know the exact moment the glass shatters.
Ooh. Oh.
I know the guitar riff that means The Rock is in the building.
Ooh.
But in 2026, WWE's entrance music has become algorithmic white noise. Music designed by formula, optimized for nothing in particular, memorable to no one. Here's what I mean. I'm going to describe a WWE entrance theme. Tell me whose it is.
Okay.
Heavy guitar, programmed drums, tempo around 140 BPM, no lyrics. Opens with a vocal shout that might be the wrestler's name or catchphrase. Bridge that goes quiet before building to a generic chorus.
I like this new generation of music.
Who is that? Trick question. That's 90% of the roster. For years, I thought this was just how things were now.
Like, why did they see us say, man, we don't be knowing who these people are when they come out anymore because all the music sound the same? Their fix for that? Let's make sure that we put the name of the wrestler at the beginning of the song. You niggas are retarded.
That WWE had evolved past memorable entrances. That maybe I was just getting old and nostalgic. But just a few weeks ago, something happened that proved I wasn't crazy. Something that proved the formula still works.
It still works.
WWE just forgot how to use it. SmackDown, Orlando, Florida. A wrestler who 6 months earlier was nobody.
Now, before he goes in, I would love to give my my booking take on this character of Kit Wilson. I know y'all don't give a fuck. I know y'all probably want to watch the video. That's why the link to the video is in the description, you asshole. Listen though, what I would love to see is that Kit Wilson keeps going up, doing his thing, right? Keeps getting fan love and things of that nature. And I need the other guy, I forget his name, I think it's Peyton, right? Or something like that. I need him to come back and be pissed the fuck off that he went and started a singles career and got over without him. Because they've been doing this forever together. Forever. So I want him to be mad. Come back and be upset. Fight that nigga. Beat his ass. Something, bro. It's easy writing, but we know where WWE Creative is at right now, man. They in the pits of hell. And they wrote themselves into the pit of hell.
One half of a comedy tag team whose job was losing matches in entertaining ways. Then his partner suffered a possibly career-ending neck injury, leaving him alone. Directionless, with no character, no clear future.
Recovers well.
Watch what happens next.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
Kit Wilson.
Listen to that.
It's tough. Kit Wilson.
The crowd is already singing along, and this is his first televised entrance with this gimmick. The Titantron shows actual video content,
right?
Animated graphics, stylized silhouettes. Not just his name in a generic
font. Why
font.
are there no Titantrons
Kit
anymore?
Wilson became the most unlikely star, not through years of careful booking or elaborate storylines, but because of an entrance that made people believe. Kit Wilson proves the magic still works. The formula hasn't changed.
Cardano's likely being toxic. Back on January 2nd, he defeated Kit Wilson.
But for every Kit Wilson, there are 50 wrestlers whose entrances you can't remember, whose music sounds interchangeable, whose presentation tells you nothing about who they are or why you should care. WWE perfected that spell. Then they forgot the words. So let me remind them.
Shout out Jim Johnston, man.
A professional wrestling entrance is one of the most sophisticated pieces of psychological manipulation in all of modern entertainment.
Ooh, I like how you put that. Psychological manipulation. You are absolutely correct. Because when that Undertaker gong hits, that boom, oh man, y'all see it's on my soundboard. You know what I'm saying? That bitch hit. Ooh, business just picked up.
Think about what's happening. A human being needs to walk from a curtain to the ring and convince an arena full of strangers that they are different, superhuman, mythological, worth believing in. And they have 90 seconds to do it. One of the greatest entrance themes in wrestling history is 4 seconds long. Before Stone Cold Steve Austin is even visible, that sound has already hijacked your nervous system.
Facts.
Your brain has been trained through years of conditioning to associate that sound with chaos, with violence, with the absolute certainty that someone is about to get their ass handed to them and all hell is about to break loose. Jim Johnston, WWE's composer from 1985 to 2017.
Jim Johnston, bro. One of a kind, man. One of a kind. When his musical brain put together with the psychological aspect that he was just talking about, bro, holy, this man's like no other.
Understood something fundamental. He was writing identity.
Yes.
Johnston would study a wrestler's psychology and compose music that communicated their entire character in the first 8 bars. The Undertaker's funeral dirge, Bret Hart's melancholy guitar, Shawn Michaels' triumphant fanfare. Each one was a complete character study, compressed into 3 minutes. Listen to The Undertaker's theme. It's almost nothing. A gong, a slow droning bell, ominous organs, pure concentrated dread. Johnston trusted that you were smart enough to fill in the gaps. He gave you the musical equivalent of an empty graveyard and let your imagination do the rest.
Fire.
Survivor Series 1990. A 7-foot creature emerges through the curtain, and that gong echoes through the arena like a death knell.
Like, brother, can you imagine being one of these people that was standing right here, bro?
Emerges through the curtain.
First time seeing him for real, you standing like kind of close to this nigga on something, and you are at his head. He is tall as shit. Walking in here all black, hat on, in here to kill somebody, bro.
And that gong echoes through the arena like a
when this match is over, he's taking someone back to hell with him, bro.
No. The Undertaker hadn't cut a promo, hadn't won a match, hadn't explained his character, but everyone knew what he was. The music told them. Edge's theme does the same work.
You think you know me?
No way.
Chills.
You gotta
Chills.
be kidding me.
That opening riff communicates danger before Edge is visible. The lyrics kick in. You think you know me. And the music tells his story.
Yep. He gonna
Deception,
stab you in your back.
Betrayal. Everything before he takes a single step.
Yep.
Or Chris Jericho. The countdown timer. The anticipation building.
Are you kidding me? Is it really? There's a gunslinger for
That
you.
Chills,
explosion
bruh.
of sound.
God
That
damn.
immediate pyrotechnic punctuation. It trained your brain to associate Jericho's arrival with chaos, with something important happening, with the show getting better the moment he appeared. Johnston understood that wrestling was about belief, and music was the fastest route to making you believe. In 2020, WWE's music production was handed to Def Rebel. And to be fair, they've created
Kick all of them in the face now.
some genuinely good themes. Rhea Ripley's music sounds like impending violence. Roman Reigns' tribal chief theme builds aura.
Isn't Rhea Ripley's song like an actual song? If not, I don't care, right? But they had a dude come out and perform, what was that, 2 WrestleManias ago? Where a guy came out and actually performed the song. Is it not just his song? But I digress.
But for every
They
success,
cook
there are
with Roman
15
shit for sure.
interchangeable trap-influenced
Man,
beats
her song
that
is
sound like they
ass.
were generated by an algorithm trained on aggressive workout playlist data. They're loud, they're busy. They have someone shouting the wrestler's name in the
I'm
first
not
5
mad at
seconds.
Tiffany's song.
Because the production team knows the music isn't distinctive enough to identify the character on its own. That's pure panic. An admission that your music can't do its job.
Hey man, who is this nigga on the left? It's not 2001. Get rid of that hairstyle. Unless you skateboard.
Johnston never needed to shout names. You knew it was Kane because the music sounded like industrial machinery grinding human bones. You knew it was Jericho because of that countdown and explosion. Def Rebel is being asked to create content. Content that works in 30-second highlight packages. Content that fits on video game soundtracks. Content that adheres to the WWE brand rather than individual personalities. That's a philosophy problem.
Visual
Before
language.
this, wrestling entrances used cartoon graphics and static logos. The Titantron changed the game.
Yes.
Suddenly, you were watching a wrestler's
My deadass
movie.
just said that earlier.
The screen showed
Why
highlights
are
of
there
their
no more
victories, symbolic
Titantrons?
imagery,
I don't
close-ups
see
of their
nothing of the
face,
wrestler.
storytelling compressed into 90 seconds, coffins opening, souls ascending. The Titantron showed you his world. Stone Cold could destroy reality itself. The glass shattering proved it. The Rock had electricity crackling around his name. Triple H's entrance was a coronation ceremony. These people were concepts. The entrance was where those concepts became real. Most modern entrances look like this. Wrestler's name appears on screen in their designated font. Maybe a color wash. Maybe some generic motion graphics. Efficient branding, but efficiency is the death
Please
of magic.
end this gimmick, please.
The Titantron required production teams to edit video packages for every wrestler.
Yeah, they had to work.
It required planning, creativity, and investment that most of you don't matter enough for us to care. Pyrotechnics serve one purpose. They transform moments into events. They're the exclamation point that makes your nervous system spike and tells you this is important. Batista's entrance is the perfect example.
Oh, chills, chills, chills,
The
chills,
slow walk,
chills.
the sudden stop, arms raised in the machine gun pose. And then, boom, the pyro explodes behind him in perfect sync with his gesture.
God, that's so tough.
That pyro fundamentally altered the psychology of the arena.
Yep.
It transformed the character from wrestler to unstoppable force. The same principle applied to Goldberg. The shower of sparks raining down as he emerged from backstage turned his entrance into a spectacle of raw power. The pyro elevated these characters to larger-than-life entities. WWE spent $5,000 to $30,000 per episode of Raw on pyrotechnics, $300,000 for a single WrestleMania. They navigated complex insurance requirements and venue permits because they understood the entrance is where stars are made. Then, in 2017, they stopped.
Holy hell. The fact that they did this to just get the Indian crowd is insane, bro. Or the Eastern crowd in general. That's bro, do it organically.
The pyro disappeared.
I know we're not talking about gender,
Wrestlers raised his arms and nothing happened. The spectacle collapsed into routine. WWE claimed...
Like, bro, why does Carmelo Hayes have no pyro? He is a United States champion, and he has no pyro when there is obviously a point in his entrance where you can hit pyro. There's a point in Trick Williams' entrance where you can hit pyro. Who else? Give me some more names in the comment section, bro. It's ridiculous.
Cost cutting. A company making record profits, spending millions on LED screens and augmented reality graphics. They could afford pyro.
Like, hey, man, I can't see that in the arena. You know what I'm saying? Get this shit off my television. Ugly ass nigga.
They stopped because they stopped believing entrances mattered. Kevin Dunn ran WWE's television production from 1988 to 2024. His signature style? Rapid camera cuts. During a typical entrance, the camera cut every 1.5 seconds. Wrestler's face? Cut. Crowd? Cut. Titantron? Cut. Wrestler's boots? Cut. Rapid cuts destroy atmosphere. You can't establish presence when we never see the wrestler for more than 2 seconds.
Right.
Compare The Undertaker's entrance from 1997 to 2017. In 1997, wide shots. You see him emerge from darkness. You watch him walk, slowly, methodically, toward the ring. The camera trusts the visual is compelling. By 2017, that same entrance is fragmented. Face, cut. Hand, cut. Crowd, cut. The mystique is gone.
I wasn't watching wrestling in 2017.
What should feel like a supernatural entity manifesting feels like a music video directed during a panic attack. In 2008, WWE transitioned to HD television. The old sets with physical props, the giant fist for WrestleMania X7, the elaborate structures giving each show unique identity,
see what I just said,
had
bro?
to go.
I said that at the beginning.
In HD, they looked cheap. So WWE replaced everything with LED screens. Every surface became a massive LED array.
So that's why? Because they look cheap? Because it's now higher definition? Are y'all niggas slow or something? Who cares? Nobody cares. We don't care about that. Oh my God.
In theory, unlimited creative possibilities.
This is gas. If the snake followed him down, if he walked on the snake the entire time, gas.
In practice, WWE got lazy. Instead of creating unique visual environments, they displayed the wrestler's logo, maybe some motion graphics.
Like,
every entrance looked identical. The Gothic architecture for Undertaker, the chain link for John Cena, the elaborate throne for Triple H, all replaced by sterile LED canvas.
Trash.
Wrestling became globalized. It lost specificity.
It became corporate. That's
Cody
what
Rhodes
really
returned
happened.
to WWE at WrestleMania 38. His entrance was a masterclass. Cody appears on an elevator platform rising from beneath the stage. As he ascends, pyro explodes. His theme, Kingdom by Downstate, which he brought with him from his independent wrestling days, hits its iconic whoa hook. 70,000 people sing in unison.
Wrestling has more than
This entrance works because it's patient. Cody doesn't rush. He stands on that platform and lets the moment build. It's invested. WWE reportedly spends more on Cody's entrance than any other wrestler.
That's what I thought.
It's participatory. The Whoa sing-along transforms the entrance from performance to ritual. The results? Cody Rhodes is WWE's #1 merchandise seller. He main evented 3 WrestleMania back-to-back. The entrance is proof WWE believes in him. When WWE believes in someone, audiences believe too. Gunther communicates menace through restraint. The theme is martial, militaristic. Gunther walks with zero theatrics, slowly, methodically, like a man who knows he's about to hurt you
Like,
and
if you
feels
had
nothing
pyro to
about it.
Gunther's entrance, horrible. It makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? Triple H, Booker of the Year. Hey, somebody go check on that guy.
The absence of showmanship can be the most effective approach. Gunther's entrance tells you everything. This man is efficient, brutal, devoid of mercy. Joe Hendry used to be a musician who spent years wrestling in the Indies and for TNA. In 2024, he started getting WWE appearances. His entrance became a phenomenon.
It's so funny. He said, I made the song based on places that
His
I've
theme,
never been,
I
but would
Believe
like
in
to
Joe
go.
Hendry, simple,
He just
direct,
started naming them.
catchy. Within seconds, entire arenas sing along. But the theme became the core of his entire gimmick. Say his name anywhere, in a promo, backstage segment, casual conversation, and his music hits. The crowd erupts. Everyone claps along. He appears seemingly out of nowhere, summoned by the mere mention of his name. This
Yes.
viral appeal carried Hendry from TNA appearances to a full WWE contract, to matches at major events, even to a WrestleMania appearance against Randy Orton. The theme became so embedded in audience consciousness that it transformed a mid-card wrestler into a legitimate draw. When crowds participate in your presentation, they invest in your success.
That's all Jay is
The formula
now.
for effective entrances hasn't
Mr.
changed.
Yeet, man.
Music that embeds itself in
What
cognition.
happened to Finn?
Visuals that communicate character. Participation that transforms watching into believing. Nia Jax is a powerhouse wrestler who should register as a genuine threat.
Like, why? Never mind. Let me shut up. Let me shut up.
She's larger than most of the women's division, strong enough to ragdoll opponents. But her entrance theme sounds like a rejected pop song.
And what's crazy is the beginning of her shit is cool. The beginning of her shit makes her seem like she's, you know, coming in here finna fuck these hoes up. You know what I'm saying? Finna fuck these women up, you know what I mean? And then it just, what the fuck is that? What is that? Come on, bro.
The music is loud, aggressive, energetic. But it communicates nothing about who Nia Jax is.
She's
That's
not
just
energetic.
a generic tough woman music that could apply to any female wrestler. Because the entrance doesn't establish her as a monster, audiences never buy her as one. She's another wrestler with forgettable theme music. The entrance failed its job,
She
so
need
the
to
character
go
never connected.
talk to Awesome Kong.
Compare this to Awesome Kong. or
Yo, nah,
The
bro.
Rock.
That's crazy. Oh, whoa. I'm hitting a bunch of buttons. Hold on, y'all.
It communicates nothing about who Nia Jax is. That's just a generic tough
Chat, do you see the problems that I have to deal with, bro? What the fuck is my computer doing, man?
woman music that could apply to any female wrestler.
All right, we back,
Because
chat.
the entrance doesn't establish her
fault.
as a monster.
I got a little overexcited at him mentioning Awesome Kong after I literally said something about her needing to take lessons from Awesome Kong. That's crazy. I have not watched this video.
Audiences never buy her as one. She's another wrestler with forgettable theme music. The entrance failed its job, so the character never connected. Compare this to Awesome Kong or The Rock. Those entrances made you believe these people were forces of
What
nature.
y'all know about Awesome Kong, man?
And Nia Jax is far from alone. Roxanne Perez had a star-making performance at the 2025 Royal
What
Rumble.
happened to her?
But her current theme is directionless noise. The beat changes every few seconds. It has no substance and doesn't represent who she is as a character at all.
Next, from Laredo, Texas.
The Motor City Machine Guns have a terrible entrance theme
Terrible.
with forced raise your fist chanting that sounds cheesy.
I don't know why they didn't just
The
keep
song tries to
the
force
original.
fans to chant rather than letting something occur naturally. During their tag team match at the 2025 Royal Rumble, they were met with silence. Finn Balor emerged during the 2025 Royal Rumble
Speak
to the
on it,
generic
please.
music handed to the Judgment Day faction. You could hear a pin drop in the audience. When
Like,
he returned later,
why is a white man walking out to rap music? Why is a white man walking out to rap music, chat? Somebody explain it for me, please. And his name is not John Cena either.
in the year to his original theme, the difference was undeniable. Naomi's glow is wild shouting that doesn't have the charm, impact, or beat of her former amazing theme. The opening is too long and drawn out.
I ain't gonna
When
hold you.
Naomi came out to
I was
any
about to say,
version
you're gonna
of
have to talk
amazing,
about this one.
it felt like fans were about to have a party.
No,
Glow
not this
doesn't
one.
create
The new
that
one
same
that you got.
atmosphere.
Yeah, this is it.
Sheamus was handed another generic Irish-esque piece of music after briefly returning to his beloved Written in My Face. It was a downgrade on both his previous WWE theme songs. Both Sheamus and fans have lobbied to bring back his old song. The calls have fallen on deaf ears. When Pyro gets
Deaf
cut from weekly
rebel
shows,
ears.
no more explosions for Kane, no more fireworks for Brock Lesnar, no more visual punctuation unless you were headlining WrestleMania. Kane's entrance used to be an event. Lights drop, red lighting floods the arena. Kane raises his arms and the ring posts explode with fire. Without pyro, Kane walks to the ring.
That ref about pissed
Walking is what everyone does. There's nothing separating Kane from any other large man in tights. Same thing happened to Brock Lesnar, Randy Orton. Everyone whose entrance relied on visual punctuation. WWE's justification, cost-cutting.
Man, what the fuck is this?
A company that made $1.3 billion in 2017. They could surely afford pyro.
Who still doesn't understand we actually
January
ate them.
2025.
Like,
Monday Night Raw moves to Netflix in a
heel heat.
10-year, $5 billion deal. Netflix's philosophy is content retention.
Oh my God, it was for 10 years? Get this weak-ass nigga off my screen. 10 years? Damn.
They want you to click and keep watching. They want efficiency. Entrances are the opposite. Entrances are indulgent, patient. They ask you to sit with a feeling, to let anticipation build, to experience something that serves no practical purpose except to make you believe. I started this video by showing you Kit Wilson, a wrestler in a jobber tag team that lost every match, suddenly becoming a star through an entrance. And I want to end by showing you this.
Here it comes.
Man.
The Undertaker's entrance at WrestleMania in 1998. Watch the smoke. Watch the lighting. Watch how the camera holds on wide shots, trusting the visual is compelling without gimmicks. Watch how slowly he moves, how deliberately every gesture is performed. Thousands of people sitting in absolute silence, watching a man walk to a ring. The philosophy that made this possible, the belief that wrestling deserves patience, that spectacle matters, that 3 minutes of a man walking to a ring can be more memorable than anything that happens inside it. WWE is making billions. They've signed the biggest streaming deal in wrestling history. By every corporate metric, they're wildly successful. But they've forgotten how to make you believe. They've forgotten that the entrance is the character, that the character is the entrance. They've turned art into algorithm, ritual into routine,
Sorry, my pops just got home
magic
from work.
into content. Maybe I'm another wrestling fan clinging to memories of when things felt more magical.
No, brother.
Maybe the problem is me.
You're absolutely
refusing
correct.
to accept that wrestling has evolved
Not
beyond
on that, the
elaborate
problem is
entrances
you.
and theatrical pageantry. But then I watch Kit Wilson walk to a ring in Berlin, in London, in Charlotte, and I hear 10,000 people singing Kit Wilson. And I see a wrestler who was nobody 6 months ago get a reaction bigger than established main eventers.
And that's why
And you know
I
what
think
breaks my heart?
the other guy should come back and
WWE
be mad.
still has the capability. They proved it with Cody Rhodes. They proved it with Roman Reigns and Rhea Ripley. They have the money, the resources, the talent, the production capability, but they stopped believing it matters. WWE, the company that perfected this art form, that understood it better than anyone.
That was an excellent camera pan. Oh my goodness.
WWE, the company that perfected this
That was
art form,
gas.
that understood it better than anyone, has spent 2 decades systematically destroying it in the name of efficiency and profit margins and content optimization. I miss the spectacle. I miss the belief. And thousands of people collectively decide that this person, this ordinary human in wrestling tights, is worth believing in. And I hope, God I hope, that someday, someone in that company will watch the likes of Kit Wilson or Joe Hendry get that reaction and remember what they used to be able to do. Remember that wrestling is magic, and magic takes time. Thank you for watching until the end. Click on the screen to check out our playlist on superstar documentaries and the greatest rivalries in wrestling.
Excellent video, man. Much necessary or a much needed conversation that needed to be had. Man, I said it already, bro. I mean, everybody's music sound the same. People that should have pyro don't have it. I mean, everything that he talked about, I talked about in the beginning of the video before we even started, you know what I mean? Like he said, I hope somebody in that company does figure it out, but for the most part, man, if they can't even book matches well or book great stories, what are we even talking about with the music, you know, or the entrance at all in general? If you like the video, bro, like the video, subscribe if you fuck with the vibe, go like his video as well, and subscribe to their channel. Know what I'm saying? Original is in the description. And I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one, bro. Peace.